Okay. I don't- I've bleh. What am I trying to say? I thought I was going to have to go to an appointment this morning, so I didn't stream, and then that appointment got reworked until I got to leave in like 2 or 3 hours from now. But I only have like another hour or so that I can code, so I'm just sort of I've been working on my event bus, and I'm have it working. I want to go through it. It'll help me grasp it more because I've been pairing with Claude a bunch on this one. And I have a general you know I actually had a I haven't so I signed up for Claude yesterday for my first time actually paying for an AI prompt tool. I didn't realize that there's a different version that with an API access and then like the web prompt. So I got the web prompt, and due to financial reasons, I'm stuck with the web prompt at least for now, um, which is fine. It's not. It's fine. It works okay. Um, I just wish it really knew what was going on in my files more, and I can send them up to it, but it's not as it's it's hard to give it context on what's happening. Anyway, I had an architecture conversation with Claude Sonnet 4 based on I'm just trying to make. I think I referred to DayZ originally as like a game, but then I said, oh, DayZ, but like single player offline. Um, it's sort of like a template on just like the direction of like a foundation for a game that I haven't even thought of. I'm just sort of building up a set of tools and learning Godot, but that's sort of the underlying goal of the project, at least for now. I mean, I probably will drastically remove scope, but I'm just trying to get architecture set up. So I'm working on my docs right now on the event bus. I'm just going to add this to the top. It's a flow chart, which, yeah, we were discussing like, I originally had like a really dumb message bus that was sort of global. It worked for everything. And Claude was saying that that would become a bottleneck at some point. And then we discussed on how to make it work with components and be, future proofing for performance, nothing like, things that we would definitely hit upon. Um, and how to like have different, not always have cross bus messages, and not always, have high priority messages and then messages that aren't as high priority, things like that only fire off during 15 frames a second, like walking versus like enemy attack getting hit immediately. That would be like a high priority signal. And then things that won't actually have signals at all, like probably bullets, if there are bullets, like bullet hell was the example I gave it. Okay, so this, oops. I have not done this before. I'm interested to see how this works. I'm just pushing this to my main branch. Okay. 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 Um, let's see. This is the repository docs. Oh, cool. The flowchart's working. Um, what does this do? Oh, copied. Huh, here we go. Where to begin? Where to begin? Um, Let me put on music and do I have chat open? How do I get chat to open? Um, docs, right? Docs, control, chat. Okay, chat close. Okay. Okay, here I'll show you the actually what I have going on in my where's Godot. Okay, let me restart this. I have a test scene set up. There's nothing in the scene. I mean, here's the scene. It's just a control node with a set of buttons that uh, fire off events that fire off handlers that call the events. Let's see, where's the attack one? Um, oh, that's my attack component, which uh, it has a lot going on, uh, which is all pretty much needed. It's great that AI sort of like helps me write all this because this code would have taken me all week, if not longer, to write. Probably longer, actually. So here's my test scene. So I just have this attack component. Here's my button, right? So it's called attack button. And then originally this was only for health, working with the health component. Now it's actually working with the attack component too. So I'm setting up my scene here. Here's my attack component. So I call a new instance of it. This is sort of like it's the parameters that or it's really setting up the attack is, which eventually I'm going to have, I think they're called Trez files for enemies. And then I will have like a JSON object or something like that for the player that I don't know actually if I'm going to do that, how I'm going to do that or not. But you'll be passing a series of data points to set up, like this is, I have to go through it again. I can't remember. Oh, damage, the range, and then the cooldown, right? Which this is like all the code the component needs, right? It's pretty simple once to use after it's been set up. So Then the attack component, let me see what else it does. Okay, here we go. So these are the signals that it's attacking to, that it connects to, sorry. So on attack button pressed, if there's an attack component, which is true, the attack component can attack, meaning that it's not like on a cooldown or the range is off. It's sort of fudging it to make sure it works. Try attack, which I think is in, yeah, here's the function for the component. Basically anything without the underscore is, for lack of a better term, public. I don't know all the terms for GD script. I'm brand new to it. I'm figuring it all out. And AI is sort of assisting me, and I'm just sort of like, I'm like the tech director of of the project. Like AI is doing a lot of the coding for me. I'm not going to code at all. I'll get lost in syntax forever. I mean, it does generate some errors, but not a lot of them, honestly. It's pretty good. As long as you're communicating exactly what you want the AI to do, I think it's pretty good. Anyway, um, this is like the event bus is logging out to the screen what's happening. So right, so we have an entity, like a some sort of entity. Well, let's call it like the player, and take damage 15. So that's like this is my health component, right? So then I can heal too. This is the log of everything happening. That's like a heavy hit. And then this is an attack. So my attack component, I have different message buses. Oh, I hate changing the size of this. Okay, so I have, actually, you know what? I'm gonna do this in GitHub. Um, so I have a system, which is my event bus, and I have the core event bus, which is uh, the event bus manager is it's doing a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so I have each sort of section of, I have all these different event buses, right? So I have one for weather, which I think I streamed that yesterday. I have one for combat. I have one for the UI. Uh, I have one for like story or like cinematic type of events. Um, one for the world, one for the player, and one for audio. And there's going to be more, but instead of having all of these signals going out to one giant bus, they're sort of getting filtered down in what we call smart decomposition. And so these are like, this is the dictionary, and these are all the different signals that can get passed to each different bus. So it sort of cleans up things, and then I can sort of defer signals for like the next frame, I guess, or I can batch them. It sort of like gives me the flexibility to like rev up the engine on important events and not really care about things like, if the player gets hit, I want the player's health to immediately go down. But if the health on the UI doesn't go down for a few milliseconds, like the next frame, I don't care. Um, but that said, the attack what's going on with the attack is it um, see how these are working on the combat bus, and then this also on the UI bus. So it's like it's. Let me go here. So we have. Oh, that's the other thing. So this is just like the bus manager, and then I have the base bus. So I can subscribe once, subscribe to all, unsubscribe. So it gives me, okay, event firing. So that is sort of like emitting a signal, but it has some other properties that are nice. The filters, but I could go on and on about this. I'm sort of cracked out. I've been coding for a while. So I have buses, right? So I have a combat bus. So I think player damage is the one I'm using. Okay, weapon fired. That's the one we're using. Okay, so weapon fired, right? This is all, this is what's needed to, and this is like emitting a signal for a weapon getting fired, basically, but it's abstracted and it's doing more than that. So I have the position of the target, the weapon name, etc., right? And then back in my UI event, I don't have weapon fired, but I have this update damage dealt, right? So that should be in here. Why is it not in here? Let me go to my okay, update damage event. Okay. Oh, and the component. Got it. Okay. All right. Right. So the event bus, like the interface between like where the bus and the code, it's all methods are firing on the components that signal these buses, or it's sort of like it sets them up. Um, let's go to the attack component, right? So I have like a generic component that that we're extending. These are all the initial like enumerate like properties, all the variables. These are the different like these are the different situations for like um, how the event bus works, right? So I can just do like a normal emitting something I want performant. I have to remember what critical only is. I think it's not very important. And then I have my ready function, my process, and then here's where I set up. So I'm gonna have not, this is gonna work. Components are gonna be designed to work with enemies and the player. So I have, this is for the player, and then this will be for everything else currently. Fire to combat bus, I think is that what we did? Okay. So this is weather bus. I have some weather code. I guess it's running. I'm only running this one scene, but I think the stuff just sort of crosses over once it gets into the more of the deeper files, like the messaging bus. It is queued on this scene, I guess. I'm not 100% sure yet. These are all the events that are subscribed to, right? So like this is the damage, this is the healing. This is when I click on the button. So I'm firing attack component initialized. Okay. Setup is complete. Then these are, so after the attack, this is the attack happening, right? And then player health changed is, this is in my core event bus. I guess because it's so common. Wait a second. Or all the event names are constants, which is here. So I believe I'm just using Copilot for this to see if it knows. Yeah, okay. So these are all constants just so you don't pass a string and it's like, I don't know, done it before where there's like a subpub pattern with a string and someone doesn't type it correctly. Anyway, this will autofill, I think, with the editor. Duh, this is my markdown file. Uh, okay, player health change, health component. Let me type player. Um, Here we go. Here we go. This is what I was looking for. So within, this is the combat event bus. So these are all the combat events. So player health change. That's the component. Combat event bus, right? Here we go. So when this fires off, all of these properties are passed around, right? And then update player health changed. I think this is one of the cross. I have like, there's like a crossover that can happen on the event bus. Uh, oh, is it happening here? Oh, this is, okay, let's see the cross bus. Oh, here's my architecture document. Why don't we go through that? It's funny, I started this whole thing off as just like a lighting repo. Um, okay, here we go. Multi-based event system. A system uses specialized event buses for different game domains. And we've already gone through the different domains as far as combat, player bus, UI bus, weather bus, story bus, audio bus. Each component is a single responsibility. Components communicate via event bus, not direct references, which is great, which is awesome. So I can like use the same component for the player and the enemy and connect it to whatever buses are needed, and it just sort of magically takes care of everything for me. Entity scripts orchestrate components and not replace them. Cross bus communication. Okay, here's the flow. Component fires event to its main bus. Event bus manager automatically relays to other buses based on configuration. Components on the other buses receive relevant events. So let's go to the cross. Oh, before we do that, I think that's a good place to go to, but I want to show you the flow chart. Is that, no, it's on this. Okay. Okay, so attack component fires. Combat bus receives the event. That's what we're talking about. Event bus manager processes. So this is just what we're talking about. So it'll communicate with the I have this the smart decomposition filter, sort of like basically it analyzes what's coming in from this component that's coming into the bus. And only each bus only takes what it needs, right? So like the audio bus only needs to know what kind of weapon, so it knows what kind of sound to play. The UI bus only needs the damage info, so then it knows how to update the health bar. And then, yeah, the health component receives, I don't know what it says, but updates the health, it receives the damage, right? And then that updates via combat, right? And then the combat bus, okay, so then the health component, here we go. I attack, damage is dealt, that goes to the health component. I don't know what this unsupported markdown is. Uh, so that event bus is relaying to the health component for us. Sorry, my dog is pestering me to go outside. 1 second, I'll be right back. All right. I gotta. Okay. Event bus manager. Okay, so this gets filtered, and then it goes to the object or dictionary. It's like whatever. Like I was showing you, like with the attack, like the health, the weapon name, the damage amount, etc. That gets passed into this smart decomposition filter, which then relays whatever's needed per to each bus, right? So the health data needs to go here. The sound data goes here. Whatever once the player is moving, that stuff will go there, and then that goes to the UI component, which is like the receiver or listener. I'm not sure the exact term. Anyway, that's what I've been doing today. And let's see, I probably started. God, it's already 1 o'clock. It's been a few hours. But anyway, I've been trying to document everything as it goes. And it's all here. I'm doing a terrible job of explaining it. I'm sort of explaining it just so I can wrap my head around everything. But so did I show it working? So then I can heal back up. Oh, I killed my guy. Anyway, so all I have working is the debug tools. There's keys that are, I can't remember what all the keys do, but I can turn on and off debug mode. There's a few different things I can do. So I have, it's like playing a text adventure right now. Like there's stuff happening. It's really just showing how the bus is communicating. I'll be right back again. All right, sorry, I'm back. I made a little snack. Oh, let me put on some. I don't know what this music is. It's copyright free, so hopefully it won't get flagged if anyone listens to this. All right, I have a little snack here. I'm gonna eat and go and chomp on mic. My name's Binge Boy, so whatever. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna listen to this no copyright music, and we'll go through this code. Um, what is this file? Yeah, I'm not using, only inheritance is for like, the base component class. It's referencing, I had a conversation with the AI. We're just going through different options and came up with this strat. Um, okay. Oh, yeah. Here's the filter I was talking about. Oh, I thought this was a cool little table on like a rough guide. I mean, obviously, all this stuff can change based on what's happening within special situations, but this is like a sort of general overview on the frequency of events, how frequently they should have fire. Like, I guess not per second. I mean, it's way higher than that, but like health changes, I was saying, is only as needed. Like AI, I think it's like 10. I don't know. I heard a number. It's like not that many times. Like if they're like following a track or something. And we already discussed how we were going to, because I'm going to use state machines um, for enemies and the player. Like, I'm going to use state machines a lot. And this is sort of like how they're going to interact with the event bus or message bus. Okay, that's like a file. Sorry, done my snack. This is like a file overview. I just have make sure my files are going to be positioned. Like this is just take it and go, baby. We're good. We got it. I kind of want to set up. I probably have one more component in me. I don't know if I think tomorrow. Excuse me. Tomorrow I'm going to try to get new. Well, I have another project. I've been porting over components, and we just did health. Oh, and attack. I think I got one more. I'm gonna see what it is. Mm-hmm. Here we go. I should just totally overwrite this with everything I've done once this is working. Originally I was doing I have AI component. Movement component. What does this do? Oh, it's got to be a character of 3D, body 3D. I don't. My test scene isn't set up for something like that. What's input manager? Oh, this was. Oh, this is. I don't know if this is time for this. Is like. I'm trying to think what another good component would be. Let me see what else we can add here. Yeah. I'm like, I don't know if I'm ready to. I don't know if I have enough time to start working with meshes, which are also like totally brand new to me. It's my like day 3 of messing with 3D, and I've been primarily working with my message bus. Hold on, my dog. Yeah, I don't know what my dog needs. She is a giant beast and comes in to my nook and will push me in my chair around the room. So it's like, it's right back. What do you need? Do you want to go potty? What do you want? What do you need? All right, I don't know what she needs. Okay. Oh yeah, 3D. I don't know. Let's see, movement component. Let me look at that again. What components? Movement. Okay, so I had. You can see my entities on the left. So I was using I don't know what they're called. TRES files, TRES files are like loaded in memory instead of like on disk. So they're faster, I believe. I could be totally wrong. I'm just going with what my AI was telling me. So that oh yeah, so those files I have this is like an enemy, right? I have like a base enemy. This is oh yeah. Sorry, this is what I have. Here's my base enemy, right here. And then the behaviors for the enemy. And then these are what, these values are sort of overwritten on when the enemy is like preloaded or loaded into the scene. These values overwrite these values, and you have a unique enemy type. And like here's the player's different. I don't like this. I'm already not, yeah, because I don't, this is really like, oh, you know what? I think the entities, yeah, it's like where the components get, this is like where composition happens. I'm at a loss for words. So back at it, I'm thinking I have this movement component. Yeah, I think movement component's gonna be next. What am I doing, man? Okay, so components. Weird. So this is like, I guess there's gonna be different movement components. Like I think that this should be a player. All right, so I have nothing in there. Okay, so I'm gonna make, I like doing things in the terminal. It just makes me feel like I'm in full control when I make files. So I'm gonna make the movement component, right? And then components, player, movement. And then I have this code ready. Man, this AI, so I'm using AI for this. I just had to have my old component and it's like, I just don't get, as long as I understand what's happening, I understand why I should be writing all the code. Like a solo dev trying to get something done. I don't know, it's funny people say AI makes crappy code. I think it's not that crappy. I think we're gonna run into an issue testing this because of the character body 3D. But what do I know? Do I have a player bus? I don't have a player bus. Do I need a player bus? I think it's a combat bus. Wait, what bus am I? Move. Okay. I don't have a player bus. Okay, I think that I'm I have AI on my other monitor, but okay, so I think that base bus is the event bus is fine for like testing this basic movement, but is that what this is? How does this other one work? Oh, this is for garbage cleanup. I come from like a JavaScript background, so this is kind of new to me, dealing with all the memory stuff. Okay, okay. Common use cases, event systems like us. This is why your combat event bus extends ref count. It ensures proper cleanup when the event bus is no longer needed by any part of your game. Yeah, okay, that's cool. And I just want to see how combat bus. Yeah. That's what we want. Oh, baby. Okay, back at combat. Okay. See, I have This is gonna drive me nuts. I wait, are these the same? That's a lot of code that should probably get put into a helper. Oh boy. Okay. Get ready for some. Ready for a lot of code flying in here quick. Let me get. So I need to make. An event bus delegate, which will go in. Right, and then I have, this is my, yes, yes, yes. Oh my God, what did I just do? Oh, wait. Combat event bus. Oh, no. Oh, wait. Wait, yeah. Okay, combat event bus. Now, all of my Okay. I guess. Okay. So what we're doing is we just made this, which was on all of the event buses. So did I not have a combat? I did have a okay, and then my UI event bus. So I need to get rid of. How do I split this left? Okay. UI event bus, now event. Okay, so now. How did the combat one? Okay, so I don't need this. Okay, and now I hope this all works. I believe I committed all the code. Okay, so okay, I think this is all gone. Oh, here we go. So I need this. And oh, okay. I don't need that. Oof. Um, Is it event bus or? Oh, this is the old one. Player. Okay, we haven't gotten. I might not get to the player now that I refactored this code. I should have almost held off. So combat's a good one. So UI bus is the name. So my like specific methods for that bus, and then UI state management. Okay. Good, good. This is the stuff I don't know if I need these debuggers. All right, I have this other code I'm gonna bring in. Oh wait. Okay. I almost didn't mind having the duplicated code, because now it's like very, I don't know, there's something about inheritance that just gets very complicated in my mind. Like, there's a lot of hunting for code. But I don't have any tests, but I mean, my test scene works, but it's. And this attack doesn't take damage because it's not calling the signal. I mean, it's what I want. It's just kind of a weird concept that it's only testing one component. Okay. Oh, and I need to do this for. All right. Okay, what am I doing again? UI, okay, so I've done, and my brain is like at its last bits today. Let's see, so I have event and combat. The delegate's been made. Players is like a placeholder. And then what was the other bus I had? Buses. Okay, what's this? Oh shit, the weather bus. This might become tech debt. I don't know. I just sent this to AI and had it make adjustments based on my event bus delegate. And let's just test. If I'm leaning so heavy on AI, I'm gonna really need to have like everything tested. But I think this is like the perfect case of like just refactoring something that's already working, because it would take me like an hour to do instead of like a minute. Okay. Sorry, I gotta go to my weather scene. Test this scene. Wait, am I not on my weather scene? What the heck? Oh no, here we go. Weather. And it's working. Although, oh yeah. Wait, is my wind not getting updated? WASD wind. I don't know if my wind is working. But that could be within. I'll just note that in the project. There's my log is so big that with this weather stuff that the errors are, it's overflowing error. There's like not enough memory being used or something. So I'm not worried about it at all. What am I trying to do? How do I pause? Oh, I need the. Man, how do I get a search in here? They're like, what the heck? I don't see wind. Is this? Yeah, it's not working. Oh, wait, is it tied to the arrow keys? No. Anyway, deal with that later. Okay, okay, player event bus. Okay. I mean, I can bring my prompt over here if it helps. I'm not actually, because it's not set up for that. Okay, I am going to give. Man, this project's gonna like AI is not gonna. I have to use like the expensive AI to like keep up with this because it's like running out of prompt space. Which is, I'm just trying to get like the basics going, and then it'll be fine to once I have my pattern established for all this events, and it'll be easy to keep it up to date. Okay, so I need to get my event bus. And see how well it does it. Did it extend off the... Oh, it did. Okay. God, this AI, it's going to be so sick and disgusting how good AI is in like a couple years. Like when my phone can do this, locally, we're done. Look at this. Oh my God, it's crazy. All right, so we have our event, I have our player bus. God, I always be like, oh, should I just... And there's something to be said, is like, when I first started doing this today, I coded like the first two files with AI, knew what every line meant, and then we just started slightly abstracting things and then changing things. And I'm relatively new to Godot, but I've worked in some of these patterns a while of web development, so I don't know, it's refreshing not to have to like copy paste and like just change certain names and stuff when the AI can do it for you. And as long as you like have an architecture, like you can see, what the code's doing. It's like, why write every line of it? That's my take on it. I mean, God, this would have taken me all day to do all this. Okay, so player event bus, got it. And now we go player event bus. The quest. Okay. Okay. Movement component. It's funny how like AI will just slightly change the names of variables. How to do that? God, these files are fucking enormous, bro. This file is huge. 500 lines of code. That's just one component. That's insane. So this is my, I would have to like replay the video. I don't know if this is my, this is like my older movement component, and have AI going through it and checking, because some of this was for some of these functions in here are for like AI, which is fine, but I just want to make sure that I have another AI test scene. Actually, it's from another project, but I have an AI test scene that spawns enemies every 5 seconds, and they come in they're different types. It's using those Trez files, and they just come in and attack a player. It's actually my first 3D scene I ever made. So I'm just making sure that those handlers, like those functions, are available for this, because I'm going to reset up that test scene for enemy, so I can test enemies that are all using the same enemy. They're using the same enemy like entity file, which is sort of like, I don't know if it's not really a component. It's like a set of components bringing in like a special config for the enemy. I'm spent right now, so I'm at a loss for all the exact term of what it is. I'll just say it's an entity. Okay, key features added. Enhanced movement API. Move towards direct position targeting. That's for the AI. Input-based movement. Stop movement, can fly. Oh boy, this is a doozy. Yeah, it's like a 1,000 lines. Does that even finish rendering? Jesus Christ. Man. almost feel like I should. I'll just keep it in issues. I mean, God, this project was really sun and cloud setup and has become a beast. Yeah, like I have sort of like every day I've been making a repo, not every day, but like every couple days. I started with okay, I had like a 2D top-down game I was messing with forever, and I just sort of was like, I need to start fresh. I didn't like how the project was set up at all, and then I just focusing on just getting like a proof of concept of one thing working. So I did like a drag and drop inventory that would work with like a larger scene around it. So it would like go in and out of the scene and go into the inventory. The inventory would write to disk, and when it would write to disk when like hitting a special key. Otherwise, it was like the memory was like stored in RAM. So that was the first one, and then this is my first signal bus, which is like insanely simple compared to what I have now. Although I think the pattern what I have now is going to scale for a while. As long as it doesn't get too bloated with like middleware, I think I'll be good. This is my GD components uses, oh, this is the 3D with the enemies. My first attempt at, so I brought a message bus in and I tried to use it through, oh, is it? Wait. I did it with an add-on. Anyway, this just sort of outlines the real goal of this project was to just start composing entities with components. And I brought in the message bus as an add-on. Like I set it up as like, I know you have to set it up as a global anyway, but I brought it in as a plugin and then made it a global. But I never used a plugin before, and that was interesting to figure out how to format the plugins. And anyway, then I created this. Let me get to I already showed the weather scene. Then I made the weather scene. Which has a sunrise. The sun rises and sets. You can set the time of day, and then there's just like simple clouds moving, which I think came out pretty cool considering, I mean, the clouds aren't the best things ever, but it all works. Anyway, so yeah, back to the movement. Wait a minute, are there duplicates? Okay. Why is this not a public method? I'm just telling AI this file is huge, and like I don't know why. To me, that this, yeah, this should be a public method. Ugh, the AI is telling me to break it up into files now. All right. Oh boy. Oh my god, there's gonna be 6 files. Just code for me, I'll be back. That's gonna take a minute or two. So I paid for my first AI Claude yesterday. I use like ChatGPT is my go-to like on the daily, just like informational, you know, gobbledygook kind of questions. And then I use Grok. I actually like Grok a lot. And then I hadn't used Claude in like a month. And then I don't know if it was an older model but I was like, man, this one is really, I feel like ChatGPT is the worst coder. Grok is good at coding. Like Grok's better at coding than ChatGPT, at least in my experience. And then Claude, it was like I was like going between Claude and Grok, and I had Claude with Tab 9 and VS Code for a minute. I wasn't paying for it, so I'd like hit my limit after like 4 or 5 questions. So I'd be like, oh, I got to save my Claude for like some important architecture stuff, and then I would use Grok for like syntax sugar type stuff. And then ChatGPT, I just ask like dumb questions when it comes to coding. But Claude is, I think, my favorite right now for coding. Oh no. Wait. Yeah, I'm like hitting the max on everything I do. I have to, I don't know what like I have a feeling I'm gonna be using Opus 4 in like a couple more days. I've never used it. I mean, I don't even know. I have to read about what it does. I wonder, I wish there was like a usage meter. Like they should have a usage meter. I'm surprised they don't have that. I'm assuming I'm close to my max for the day. I think it's based on the day. Oh, 5-hour resets. I'll start making these files while it's working. Okay. Is this writing? Okay, it's not. I don't have a player. Oh, fuck. I hate how there's no tree on Windows. All right, so what's in player? Nothing? Get rid of player. We'll make directory movement. Okay, now let's go. Let's just make movement component. I see the word physics and I get scared. Oh, maybe it was a bad idea to try to make them all at once. Let's just do these two. Okay, so now we need movement state. GD. And then we'll need movement events. GD. Movement input. Wow. Stamina. All right, I'm running out of time, so I'm gonna like just really wing this and pray that it's working. And tomorrow might have to be the day of reckoning for if these components are gonna be working in the test scene. I actually have like 2 minutes and then I gotta go. Shit. Okay, I'm basically making these files, and the event bus is gonna have to wait to get tested till tomorrow. Shit. Or maybe I might be able to work on my laptop tonight. Let me leave a issue in my GitHub. All right. Yeah, there's extra code in here, which I'm fine with because like it's like a playground. Like I don't have a goal. I'm just sort of, I'm basically trying to create a system that I can use later to rapid prototype with. Like I just need like my tools, right? And then once I have like a pattern on how I'm going to do my components and then actually like start doing stuff in a world that are like items are like entities are moving around, and I have a state machine and just like all of that foundation stuff, then I'll worry about like coming up with my ideas. But I'm so far off on just like understanding Godot right now, and that's where my head is at. Okay, this is why I wish I had tokens in the API, because now I got to do this manually. And I have, what am I doing? Movement component, main coordinator. Okay, movement component, got it. Movement component, main coordinator. This is just gonna have all of the sub, okay, got it. Next. Movement component, okay. Movement physics. Next, movement state is great. Just blindly pasting it in, which I think, I've run into. As long as you're pretty explicit with AI, I think it does a good job of coding, but it will bite you in the ass if, like, my main things are like, oh, the namespace has an error, or else it tries to do something like that's not like in Godot 4, or it just doesn't know what language it's typing. It's mainly that it uses like older code. It's like the main issues I have. And then if you like tell it like, hey, that's weird, and it'll be, oh, you know what? You're right. Oh, version 2. I don't know, do I? What did I do? Oh, I gotta test the weather again. Which I think requires opening and closing Godot just to be sure, because of how class names are inherited sometimes. See, I'm starting to learn how Godot works a little bit. Well, that's the kind of weird kink that you have to close the whole app and reload it. Uh-oh. And we're good. We're good. Okay. I don't even really need Godot open at all for the rest of this stuff. Okay, we're at events, input, movement. God, what was it called? Input movement? Movement input. Movement input. Movement input. Okay. The race is on. I gotta get down. Oh, I gotta get going, bro. Gotta get going. This code is probably gonna work great. It'll work great. If not, I'll be back on tomorrow debugging it. Although I might have this functioning tomorrow depending on what I can get done tonight. I gotta go to an event. Event abilities 2. Okay. Oh, and we have an example player. Oh man, I don't know where. Last question. Oh god, I'm so late. This is like this weird thing I do because I can't use tree, is I just like take a picture. I upload it to the AI, like how my project's organized when I have like a naming convention question. The last job I had, people would be arguing about names for like days, literally days. It doesn't care. It doesn't care. I need to make a player. There's too many. If I'm going to do these tests, and then all right, well, thanks for coming and checking out the stream. If you stopped by, I'm going to try to actually like do this regularly now that I feel like before I was so like mentally challenged with my Godot learning that it was like useless, and I'm starting to like sparks are starting to appear even though I'm like pairing with AI a lot. I actually honestly AI is a lot better than a lot of the resources I found online, so except for a few that are pretty good. All right, that's it. I'm gonna commit this code and then we'll move on with our lives. Added new movement component and subcomponents and a player. Wait, did I add a player bus? Oh yeah, this player bus should work with these components. Added a new movement component and subcomponents and a player bus. Also, God, this is way too big for one commit. Also refactored all the buses to leverage a util for the event bus delegate. Boom. Git push origin. Main, baby. We're not opening PRs around here. And boom, just like that, our code should be here. Spewing. Compact line height? No, I don't want that. Yeah, dude. That's all. Is it really normally that small? That's thousands of lines of code done in like an hour. Cool, bro. That's it for the stream. Thanks for coming. I'll be on tomorrow probably or sometime soon. Like, subscribe, yada yada. Peace. God.